Alright guys, we are back. We're back. We're gonna go and we're gonna show you where, after this ancient depth of course, we're gonna show you where to get the third brick. Hold on, we're not using my shortcuts. That is not happening. Bro. So after this ancient depth, guys, I'll show you where you can actually go and obtain the last and final brick. And I'll take the altar code. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of hoping to get an electric shock into that. But that might not always be the case. lie though, guys, I'm kind of pumped to see what the stats on this brick ride's gonna be like. Well, we didn't get no electric shock engine death, but we did get it once. So, that's fine. However, I gotta check something, because I know darn well I caught a dolphin. And I want to check it out and see what it is. Oh my god, it's so cute! Ah! I caught an electric shock dolphin. That is crazy. Alright. However, back to our hunt. Yes, guys, it is possible to get down here without your diving gear. After all, you only gotta jump in a whirlpool. So, now we need to go to the merchant. Okay. Now, next step.
Alright, so as of just drop, jump over this right here and drop down right over here, and you will find the third and final going on right now. So unfortunately, it's a little bit dark. I'll try and sort of increase the brightness here in editing, but basically you want to come to where the merchant is right here. To the left hand side of the merchant, just keep following along with me. There is the angler quest. Jump over this right here and drop down.
Okay, so this one, guys, is going to be right here, over here.
I'll try and sort of increase the brightness here in editing, but basically you want to come to where the merchant is right here. To the left hand side of the merchant, just keep following along with me. There is the angler quest. Jump over this right here and drop down right over here, and you will find the third and final brick that we've found so far. Again, we've sort of searched around through the entire map and have not been able to find any other brick besides these three. We've searched literally up and down. That includes also the Exalted One room. It includes...
Okay, now I'm going to take you all and I'm going to show you the code. Because I need to go back in there anyway and get a screenshot of my code. So, right now, guys, there's a major rush to get this done. Because once summer hits, this rod's going to be available. And as far as I'm aware, right now, only 1,000. You know what? We're just going to calculate over here so I can spawn my door. And it's still telling me I can't spawn one. Yeah, easy fix. Now we're gonna want to go the Desolate because we need to go to the Trident. Damn, where did that come from? After I show y'all how to get this code though, I am going to cut stream. And I'll stream again in the summertime. When we actually go to get this ride. Statue, here's this rock. That should be... Yeah, okay, so this is a random rock. So we're heading in the right direction. End up having to go in the middle between the statue and the earth. How I usually find it. So there's the earth. And there's the buoy. Now we're going to want to go back to this buoy, and what you're going to do, guys, make sure you have your diving gear out here, otherwise you are going to die going down here. Just know. Tidebreaker too, if you got it, I highly recommend. Any relic, by the way, does work to get down here. Just so y'all know. Very close. just like I do. But, I mean, in all reality, be very careful and watch where you go. Because there is mines everywhere, guys. Just a heads up. There is a lot of mines around this whole area. And there are them only 3 bricks, by the way, y'all. Okay, so for the code and the trident, we're gonna come the trident area, of course. Now you are, guys, gonna have to put relics in here because the code is inside of that door. So again, I'm gonna use my hacks because I don't really be using them a lot. And like the relics that I have that are like really good, I ain't really trying to use them. So when this door opens, and you're gonna see a code right there on the wall. Now, your code is gonna be different than mine, I'll mind you. Bro. What you're gonna wanna do, what I would suggest doing, is screenshotting that code. That way you have it. Because once summertime hits, you're gonna need it. So that code is my code. That code's gonna be different for everybody, but that is the code you're gonna need. Now I guess there's something else at Moosewood that you need to do.
Alright, so as of just a couple of minutes ago, I went ahead and ended my stream where we went ahead and discovered 3 hidden bricks throughout the entire world. Now, some of you may or may not have seen the short that I uploaded, but as we're in the process of climbing up the Razib volcano, I'm going to give you guys the breakdown on how this all went down. So for starters, I decided to jump on and do a little bit of more hunting on the brick rod just to see if I came across any other new information or anything like that, when I realized that the game had updated just 10 minutes prior to me getting on. So I figured there's got to be a reason specifically why the game updated, because technically there's no hot fixes or anything of that sort. So the moment that I saw that, I was like, well, it has to be brick rod related, just because it kind of made sense. With the amount of hype that the brick rod has right now, there's no reason why they wouldn't either make it easier or just actually implement it into the game, because I'm gonna be real, at first I really don't think that this was obtainable. I feel like this is something that they sort of just like whipped up last minute. Could be wrong though, because for the most part right now it seems to be like a pretty intricate thing. Either way, we're starting to approach now our very first brick, and I promise the other 2 I'm probably just gonna go ahead and cut right to them. It's just that I wanted to go ahead and get this message across while we were getting started. So we can show an animation right here. It is right here. includes the Heaven's Rod room, just pretty much any and every single like secret little unlock room. We've searched it. Now there is one other thing, or I guess technically two other things that I want to show you, because we found these to be extremely interesting, mainly because everybody sort of has a different answer here. So go ahead and equip your water bubble and your super flippers, because you're going to need them. And let's make our way inside of the Trident room. Once inside of here, we're obviously going to go ahead and open up the door. And this is where things are going to get a little bit interesting, because what you guys are going to see here is completely different than what I see, for example. If we come inside of here to the right-hand side, you'll notice that the number 334 is written here on the wall. Your number could be completely different or the exact same. Some people during the stream had 786, 713, 554. It's usually a set of 3 numbers though. What these numbers are for is beyond me right now. We don't exactly know, but hold on, because there still is more information that we need to go over that you guys need to know while you're watching this video, so you're prepared when we can go ahead and finally complete this brick rod. I have the answer for you, and you know that your boy doesn't lie. For this next portion, we have made it over here to Moosewood, because again, you are also going to be looking for another message that is going to be completely different for you than what I see. What this means, we still have no idea. But basically over here, Mr. Pierre, the one that basically you talk to when you first start up the game, and the guy fishing right over here, if you jump on top of this rock and then jump in the water, which jumping on that rock was so pointless, you didn't actually have to do that. I just wanted to add that extra step. Anyways, right underneath this guy fishing, if you look on the wall, I personally have the word written right here, but you could have something completely different. Some people had like some super duper long word. Some people had multiple words that were combined together. It seems to be completely different for everyone. My suggestion, write it down, because it may be important. Now let's go over the rest of this. Now I'm obviously not trying to expose my entire conversation here with one of the developers being Kyle, but I'll sort of show this portion right here, which is basically what he said. Correct. This was all during the stream, by the way. He said, "Hello, my dearest Carbon Meister." I said, "Hello." He replied back, "Do you like my drawing?" Where he then pretty much put a brick and told me good luck. Now this image right here, we went ahead and opened it up. You guys have probably seen it. It's sort of been circulating around, but that's besides the point. We basically went ahead and dissected the entire thing, right? At the end of it all, we came up with the conclusion that the picture on the bottom right-hand side over here, which says, "Find me the void," was actually a picture that was taken inside of Kyle's game called The Void. We also brought it into Photoshop and increased the brightness on it so that way we could really tell what it was. And here's a clip of my stream, not really the best quality, which I am kind of sorry about that. I forgot to totally record this, so it's gonna look a little bit on the grainy side, so I'm really sorry. But anyways, the point is that this is when we actually joined Kyle's game called The Void. If you notice, it's very, very similar to the picture, and we actually make it to the point where the actual picture was taken. So you'll see it here in just a second. Let me sort of like fast forward through this really quickly. You basically start doing like all these little obby things, and then there's the orbs. The orbs, you take them and it flies you all the way up. Then right here, this is where that picture was taken. If you notice, here's the arches, here's the little ladders, as well as the orb on the side. This is exactly where this picture was taken. Here's the picture, and there it is in game. Either way, we went ahead and continued progressing through this entire thing, where at the very end, it ended up leading us into this whole entire section where all it said was, "Patience is key." And then there was a platform in front of it with an ice crown on it, as well as a tiny little stud, and this sort of abstract on the right-hand side. The thing about the abstract on the right-hand side is that if you looked at it in a certain angle while you were standing in the center of this, you could clearly tell that it was a sun. So right here, you have a much better shot of it. Patience is key with a sun. What does that mean? It means summertime in the seasons in game. So at the current state of this entire hunt, it looks like we need to find all 3 of these bricks, which again, it's very possible that there might be more bricks, but But as I mentioned before, we've done quite a bit of searching and we have not been able to find any more. If for some reason any of you do find some, let me know in the comment section. As soon as that summertime hits, your boy will be live and we will be making sure that everybody in that stream leaves with a brick rod. And actually, speaking of brick rod, I actually forgot to show you guys one other thing. So I'm going to be completely honest. This probably should have been shown at the very start of the video, but I mean, who really cares? It's not really the most important thing. At least I don't think so. I do want to include it into the video just mainly because it may have more of a meaning than I'm aware of, so let's just squeeze it in here. Right now, we are inside of the Kraken pool. This is probably one of the more obvious ones. You may have already even seen this circulating around in Discord, but basically, if we go ahead and turn our camera right over here, you'll notice that it says, "The brick rod is real, bestowed upon those with," all it says, nothing else. We've searched everywhere in this entire area, up and down, in the water. There is no brick inside of here, and there is no other word here. Unlike the other text that I showed you guys, like the one at Moosewood, as well as the one inside of the Trident Cave, this one is the exact same for every single player, so it doesn't change for anyone. I ain't gonna lie, man, this whole hunt has been quite the challenging one. It's definitely consumed a lot of my time, if you guys have probably known.
Alright guys, I think that's the end of it, and I think that's where we're gonna leave it. The fact they added in there at the last of it kind of mind blows me, because like I always be saying that word, you know what I mean? But one last thing I did want to show y'all is this door right here. I bet you any money that's where it's at. Now on that note, I'm gonna end the stream and I'll see y'all in the summertime.